Hi friends, if I say this percentage calculation, you can solve mentally and write down your answer within 3 seconds like that. Would you believe? If no, let's understand. So let's understand it with easier example. First of all, we should know how to find 10%. So 10% of any number is 10 over 100, right? Which is same as 1 divided by 10. Now 10% of a number is same as dividing it by 10. Now see, if you divide any number by 10, it means just leave unit place and put your decimal over here. So 10% of 650 is 65. Very easy. Here, let's also learn how to find 1%. 1% of any number is 1 over 100, right? Now 1% is same as dividing any number by 100, right? So when you divide any number by 100, just leave 2 digits, units and tens digit, and put your decimal over here. So 1% of this number is 6.50. You understand how to find 10% and 1%? So here 10% is 65. Now let's see this example. We need to find 15%. So first of all, just think in your mind how to find 10%. Okay, so 10% is 1 over 10, right? 1 over 10 means put one decimal over here, right? So 10% of this is 40. Very easy. Now 15% is what? Just break it. 15%, can we write it as 10% plus 5%, right? Now 10% we have already calculated. 5% is half of 10%, right? So just half this number. 10% is 40, so 5% is 20, right? So to find 15%, we just add 10% and 5%. So 40 plus 20, which is equal to 60. So your answer is 60. Okay, here I'm just writing it, but you will do this in your mind. 10% is 40, 5% is 20, so 40 plus 20 is 60, right? Now let's do this example. 23%. How we will break 23% in mind? So 23% we can see 20% plus 3%, right? So first of all, let's find 10%. 10% is divide by 10, so that is 70, right? So 10% is 70, 20% is 70 times 2, that is 140. So we have found 20% of that number. We need to find 23%. Now, how to find 3%? 3% is 1% times 3. Okay, so we know that 1% of any number is divided by 100. So here when we divide by 100, it would be 7. So 1% is 7. So 3% is 21, right? Now just see, 20% is 140, 3% is 21. So 23% is 140 plus 21, which is equal to 161. This is our answer. So now let's look at this question. Here we can see 38% we can break in two types, right? One is 30% plus 8%, right? And other way, which is easier in that case, is can we do 40% take away 2%, right? That is 38%. Now how to find 40%? Here just see, 10% is divided by 10, that is 25. 10% is 25, so 40% is 25 times 4. Okay, as it is multiplied by 4, so it is also multiplied with 4. So 25 times 4 is 100, right? Now 1% is 2.5. Okay, so 40% is 100. Okay, now 1% is 2.5, so 2% is 2.5 times 2, that is 5. Now 38% is 100 take away 5, which is equal to 95. This is our answer, right? So this is the question we have started with. Let's just rub that. Now let's just see, what is 100% of a number? 100% of number is number itself, right? And first of all, can we break it as 100% plus 25%, right? Now what is 100%? 100% is number itself, so that is 100% is 364. Now what is 25%? Here let's just understand. What is 50%? 50% is nothing but, if you solve, that is half, right? 25%, if we say 25% is 25 by 100, that is equal to the 1/4. Okay, now see, we need to find 25%. 25% is 1/4. So let's just do 1/4 of 364. Okay, so when you divide it by 4, so 4 times 9 is 36 and 4 times 1 is 4. So it will be 91. Now 364 plus 91. Now in order to add that, 360 plus 90 is 450. We just add them by breaking the numbers, and 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, 450 plus 5 is 455. Okay, this trick addition by breaking the numbers we have done in previous video. You can see that. So this question is for you to solve. Just solve it and write down your answer in the comment box. And if you want any help or one-to-one session, you can just drop your message on this email ID. I hope you like the video. For more such video, please like, share and subscribe. Bye.